in audio. 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 In audio.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. This is a Straightjacket podcast 226. NURADIN, how are you, mate? How are you in your palace, man? Your nice palace, Manchester today. Very warm outside. No sunshine, but it's very nice and mild, NURADIN. But yeah, how are you, man?
Good. I lost my voice watching the game yesterday. But other
Yeah,
than that,
man.
yeah.
Lost your voice in positivity, though. Positivity, no shouting and saying, you bottlers, you this and that.
Well, Maguire, after the first 5 minutes, yeah, I was like, get him off the pitch.
Days. Oh, my days. Listen, man, Maguire was just bozo yesterday, man. Bozo, absolute bozo. But luckily, Lindelof kept it up. Luckily, the team did well. But yeah, warm down in London. Hope everybody's good, man. Big up to Mr. TBG, always supporting the channel. Mr. Structure is back. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Like I said, Monday is the best way to start your day. Positive mindset, positive goals. And yeah, man, make sure you take the week, man. Because I think once you hit Monday well, the rest of your week goes well. And yesterday we started off, we got 3 points, NURADIN. Nice away performance. Isn't it not good to have like an away performance where it's good? It feels good, you know what I mean? Like, because we've not been good away from home last 2 games. Nottingham Forest, you know what I mean? It's just a good victory, man, yesterday.
No, 100%. We've got it on a therapy podcast later, yeah. I said, can we play Forest every week? Can we play?
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to give us that amount of room and to play that kind of narrow tactics and for us to dominate the game. But it's got to be said, you can only beat what's in front of you. But to me, it was the easiest day away from home, mate. Even a vital game. And I thought in another day we could have scored 5-6. I think we let them off the hook.
Yep. 100%. Absolutely, man.
We should have.
It's nice.
Actually, I'm not saying that we should have. That's the thing that frustrates me about this Manchester United team. Can't finish
We don't
their
do
dinner.
that, though. Yeah, we can't finish their dinner. It's just as simple as it. Navas was was unbelievable. He chose violence. You know the fax machine. Remember the fax machine that stopped him from coming to United? He said, "I remember that day. I remember that day so well." And he could have been a Man United player. For those that don't know, De Gea was on his way to Real Madrid, but it was for the fax machine that broke down. That was the reason that stopped his move. We were then getting Keylor Navas as a make weight part of the deal, and obviously it didn't work out. He stayed at Real Madrid. And we kept De Gea. Obviously, I'm happy with that. But yeah, man, he chose violence, man. Bruno was excellent for me. Lindelof was excellent. Anthony had his best game for me as well. Good to see Anthony shining, you know what I mean, and having a very, very good game. But you know
To
what I
be
mean?
fair, the past 4
Substitution.
or 5 games, is Anthony with the intensity. He's got the intensity back in his game. The past 4 or
Yeah.
5 games, you know, I gave him the man of the match against Brentford, not because he was amazing, because how hard he put in for the team. Because even if nothing's coming off for you, can you work the other way? And he shut down that right hand side of Brentford, which are dangerous, where they swing a lot of crosses to the lights. And a lot of people were looking at me like, "You're giving him a man of the match." I'm like, "Yeah," because he literally put his life on the line for the team. Literally shut that side down. And you know what? Unless you go to the game, you don't see that. You don't see
Yeah,
that.
you don't see no.
You
100%,
don't see it.
100%, man. Which, like I said to you, this is what we want. You know what I mean? We want the team playing to the standard. We want to play, kind of showing what they're capable of consistently as well, man. You know what I mean? Consistently. I thought Ericsson was excellent. Big up to Strasbourg, Steve. Hope you are too good. Bless up. Big up, my guy.
Yeah,
Appreciate the
big up
super chat.
Steve, Starboy
Strasbourg.
Steve, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, my bro. Ericsson as well. Listen, we got the injury to Sabitzer, which I hope is only precaution. I hope and pray because we need him. Because we can't be then saying to ourselves, Ericsson. We've got to make sure we're rotating this squad because there's a lot of games coming up and it's a make or break week. So hopefully it didn't work. Obviously, it worked in our favor. We won the game. But it was good to see everybody playing well, man. And then Bruno Eriksson, Casemiro, that midfield for once here, I said to myself, wow, that's a nice midfield. For once, I
But
looked at it
Saeed,
and felt,
Saeed, I'm not going to lie to you. Put me, you, and Aaron in that team play against Nottingham Forest. We would have a field day as well. I'm telling you.
yeah, I get that. 100%, I
Because
get that.
if you
But
look at
also,
the
it's good to
tactics,
feel like we bullied them.
no, 100%. You look at the tactics of Forest. They had 3 up the pitch. They skipped the midfield and had everybody defending back. So there was a massive gap, like low block teams. To me, at times, they look like Man United under Jose and sometimes under Oli. Because the gap between their forwards and their defenders and the rest of the team is like miles. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So at the end of the day, they chose violence. They chose not to have the ball, Saeed. We're talking about violence. They chose violence and they chose not to have the ball. That's what happened. At the end of the day, honestly, like I say, we're gonna come on to that. We're gonna dive into more at 6:05 straight. The Monday therapy, mate. Monday therapy podcast. But I'm telling you, it is worrying, Saeed. It is worrying to have Sabitzer also injured. It's like it's almost like the universe. It's like something's against us. Like to have the starting with Casemiro, Bruno, and Sabitzer in the same team. Like, are you kidding?
You know what it is, though?
And
You know
last
what it is,
time we
though?
started with him, he scored. He played more up the pitch, and he scored goals.
Yeah. But you got to remember, though, we got Martial back. So that means you have to sacrifice a lot of things to get Martial back. You know what I mean? Martial has been out injured. Everyone else has been fit. Martial now is back into the team. It's almost as if everyone else is now taking a day off. You know what I mean? So, listen, if you want Martial in the team, then maybe some people have to go out, man. I don't know.
You know what? Martial can head out. Give me Lissandro back, mate. I'll take.
Now we need him. You want Vegas up front?
Anybody.
You want Vegas up front?
Anybody. No, to me, anybody else can play up front. I'll play Sabitzer up front. That's what I would do. He's got a good movement.
Man.
Got an eye for a goal. I'm not lying to you. For me, I'll take anybody to have Lisandro Martinez back because for me, player of the season, for me, hands down. Bruno close second.
Yeah, players. He's 100%, man. 100%. And we are going to miss him in what is a crunch week. Before we get into everything and the week so far, big up to everybody who's locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video, people. There's 250 of you in the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. But we have to go some breaking news today, which I wasn't going to talk about today, but it came about today. It's not this one here, but it's regarding the Glazers. And I think for me, a load of nonsense, if I'm being honest with you, because I think it's, again, kind of scaremongering. All these journalists coming out with all these situations. But it says here, Joel and Avram Glazer are increasingly confident of securing the outside investment that will enable them to remain as Manchester United owners. Nuradin, I know you did say that you've got this feeling that they are staying, but without looking at that, you know what I mean? And you're looking at the bid is coming, what the deadline is, what, in 10 days' time? The 29th, is it? 28th, 29th, I believe.
By the way, it's not a deadline, by the way, as well. There's no deadline.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a deadline, is it? It's not a deadline, really, is it? It's not really a deadline.
It's what journalists and the clickbaiters are trying to generate. This kind of like is a transfer. Ooh, like deadline day.
Yeah.
That is a deadline day. It's no deadline day.
Deadline day. Yeah, it's true. Get ready for the 28th.
They're a joke. Honestly, they're already doing the countdown. That's why you're getting these reports. To be fair, I am fearful because I never said, you don't mean it. I've never trusted the Glazers and I've never believed them, right? So I always said, I've stayed consistent. I have to see it to believe it. So for me, all I know is that the summer transfer is ruined. It's chaos now because this is where clubs start doing a bit of the due diligence on players and start speaking to agents and stuff like that. And that's going to mess it up. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But Mark Ogden, though, he has got one thing I say about Mark Ogden. He has got
reliable
sources at United, yeah. And are they using him? Because that's how he works, innit? So at the end of the day, for me, is that what will be because it's a saga, Saeed. It's an absolute saga. And imagine if we only had like 2 games a week, they have to clickbait with something. You know what I mean? So they're clickbaiting the whole fan base with that. At the end of the day, it will be what will be.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, for me, obviously,
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones.
I had a hand in my hat. All I can say, he relapsed. I thought he said in training. I'm like, who's relapsed? I thought he's talking about Rashford or Shaw or these guys that.
No.
These guys that
he's not been registered. He's not been registered, so I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll play.
Listen, have you seen him? He actually doesn't look well. I hope
he doesn't look well.
He looks ill. He looks quite ill. You see him?
He looks like he's just not been able to train from a medical condition or something like that. Generally, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he looks really thin, and I think he didn't look well. But Phil Jones, joke, all the jokes aside, memes aside, you know what? We're wishing him well, man. Whatever's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But this comment here, big up Killis, he says, if the Glazers don't leave, we'll go to war. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't buy into this, because they know what's going to happen. You know the repercussions of the Glazers staying. Like, you see that on the fan base, though, Nuradin. The fan base is saying,
listen, on the real
United,
one, Saeed, on the real one, unless the fans are willing to empty out Old Trafford, then it's all just talk, bro.
They don't. I did it, and nobody did it, bro. Like, the stadium was full, man, and that was the height of the protest. I did it. I gave up my seat.
Did it. I was outside.
You did it as well. You was outside. Oh, come on, Nuradin, man. It was a pinch. It was a pinch of my United fans who didn't go.
Because we got a big stadium, and not all the fans agree. So the point of it for me is like the militant fans. To me, the only way that the Glazers go, if they were thinking of staying, is the Stretford end has to clear out, mate. All and past the East stand has to clear out. Because I know that the North stand, a lot of the pensioners in the North stand are not going to go out. We know that. I know.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, of course.
But to me, the hardcore is the East stand and the Stretford end.
And the Stretford end, yeah.
So that, to me, if the fan base go, and that needs to be done 5 games in a row. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like in big games. That's what it needs to be done. A massive protest outside. Like that, something that needs to be done. At the end of the day, it's what it is.
Get brainwashed, though. Do you think fan base could get a bit brainwashed in terms of saying, right, if we've got 300 million to spend and it's investment coming in, but you've got your players, but the Glazers still stay? Because you know what it's like, though, Nuradin? The fan base, if they have transfers, it does soften the mood. I'm not saying for every fan base, but everyone, if they say, right, the Glazers are what do you call it? They're staying, but they could give us Mbappe. They could give us this player. They give us the hottest property in talent. That's what I'm saying, though. It gets to the point.
Listen, to me, it's simple. Them spending 300 million will never appease hardcore EastEnders and the Stretford Enders. I don't think so. Yeah. Those people who
even people who are at home as well. People who are watching it around the world who are firm Glazers out. Yeah.
Big up to TMC. It says during the singing Rick Astley tune all day. Listen, it was a song I said when I did the preview for the Forest. If we beat them, I'll do a rendition because Jarvis, a brother from Norway, is on the channel, and so people saying that he looks like Rick Astley. So we always are never gonna let you down, never gonna keep you down. So I sang it. I stayed true to my word. I sang the chorus. So yeah, hold tight, man. Big up to every one of you. Smash a like on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel, innit? Saeed TV, road to 100K, mate. Let's go,
Come on,
people.
man. Big up, man. Big up to everybody who's here, man. Now, I think, like I said to you, is it PR from Glazers? I would necessarily say it's PR, but it's more to get more money. Essentially, they want to ramp up the bids. They want to put pressure on these guys to say, you know what, we want 6-7 billion. We want $1 billion each. We want to make sure that we're getting our money at the end of the season. Like we don't want to be getting 4 or 5 billion. No, that's what they would have came for. They want to come here and know that we're getting as much money as we can. And if they can make a little bit of news come out that, oh, well, we might get minority. Well, oh, then the Qataris and whoever's involved, they then ramp it up and say, well, to get them out of the way, we'll pay extra half a whatever.
Saeed, but what about if they don't?
Whatever.
What about if they don't, though?
And they back out.
Being messed about.
Yeah.
Their PR, the Qatar and Jim Ratcliffe's PR saying that they've been messed about.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah. And that's what I've heard as well, that they've been messed around. But then again, the guy, the Finland guy, he came out and said it was a farce. Even though I think he's a bit of a pretender anyway. He was
promoting his app, man. He was promoting his social media, that guy, man.
He come out and said it's all a farce.
Saeed, I got a name for him. Silly ass, mate. Silly ass. That's what his name is, mate. Mr. Silly ass.
Silly ass, you know.
Come out the woodwork and was like, oh yeah, I'm a United fan. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Big up. Awinski says there's no way Glazers are staying. Fans who were on the fence are now Glazers out. The hate and vitriol will be overwhelming for them to stay. Absolutely. But again, they are business people. They don't have any emotion about my United Football Club. They are big business people. So, end of the day, whether we want them to sell and hurry up, they're not going to wait for me and NURADIN down in Moss Side. They're not going to wait for us. They're going to be like, listen, have we got our money? Oh, we haven't. Okay, say no more. We'll wait again. The extension deadline goes even more. Then it goes even more. Because at the end of the day, they can still invest in the football club and then later on ask for 7 billion. They can still do that because they put themselves out there that they want to sell. So they could actually still do that and then make more money later on. So we don't know. And also, the value of the football club does go up, NURADIN, if they win more trophies. So if they win more trophies, surely then they can say, well, look at this. You've got a club that's on the up now. You've got a club that's won trophies. When really, reality, Ten Hag has done miracles this season. You know, the Glazers have spent money, but let's be honest, Ten Hag has done miracles with his squad. You know what I mean? H has said it. I'm a Liverpool fan, but big up to you. Big fan of you, NURADIN, my guy. Big up to you, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Big up my guy. Talking Double A says here, Twitter have locked my account because of the anti-tweet. Elon Musk has said bad as the Glazers. What was your anti-tweet? What happened? Did he put like a video? Let us know what happened, mate. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Big up Wayne here. Big up to everybody who's locked in. Make sure you like the video. I think for me, ultimately, NURADIN, before we kind of move on as well, is that the Glazers are going to wait until they have got their money. Like, we can go on about minority investment all we want, NURADIN, but ultimately, NURADIN, they want their money. And April 28, 10 days. Do you think anything's going to happen in 10 days, NURADIN? Are you kind of looking at this 10 days now? These what have the 28th, is it? As a deadline. Is this sorry?
Mr. Saeed, I'll say it simple. This is the imaginary deadline that's been set by few journalists to clickbait the fans, do some sort of countdown. There is no, when you're selling something, Saeed, there's no deadline. There's no deadline, mate. The deadline until you get your money or whatever you think your club's worth or whatever house or product you're selling is when you get the money. There's no deadline. All of it. There's never been any deadlines. There was never been any deadlines. It's all a joke. And that's why all of the Muppets, who were like, oh, there's a deadline. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Shasim have missed the deadline. They've not submitted their bids. Exciting. New twist. There's a twist. That's how there's a twist in the Manchester United sale. Oh, yes, what's happening? Last clickbait, more United fan. Listen, stop it. honestly, Saeed, I'm not lying to you. The insult to the intelligence of the fan base. No other fan gets abused by media than Man United. I'm telling you. Or these supposedly United fans aggregate accounts. Are they United fans? Are they?
Don't know. You don't know, do you? You know what I mean? Maybe just there to push the agenda, push the PR, man. But listen, man. He says here, called him the fella from the favela. Apparently, this goes against their rules. Ragamuffins, bro. What? Fella from the favela goes against their rules?
He's got the favela tattooed on his skin. He's got a tattoo
that's
on
weird.
the favela.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe they've
So
got
I
this
share that
feeling of,
tweet. Yo, Double A, big up, bro. I share that tweet. Are they gonna reprimand me as well?
No, I think because who sent it is down to them, innit? You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Listen, man, hopefully you get your account back. Hopefully it's a sort of minor situation and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Right.
Yeah.
Somebody reported you. Who would report you? The fella from the favela.
I don't know. Crazy. But
that's basically say favela is like the hood. That's just the
basically
hood.
The hood, yeah. It's like the yeah, exactly. That's what basically it is. I don't know. People maybe need to find out if there's any kind of historical meaning. Maybe people that don't, I don't know. That's what I'm just trying to understand, to be honest with you. But listen, NURADIN, man, we have got a big week at Man United. Big week. Ten Hag has got a lot of thinking to do. I know you don't like the Europa League. I know you don't like it, but
I'm not asking about out, mate.
we still want to win. I hope you don't mean that, but we still want to win.
No, I do mean it. Sorry, no, I have to stop you there. I do mean it. That shitty competition took out my captain, my leader. I despise that.
It could happen every any game.
Any more reason to despise that competition than Lisandro Martinez ending his season within that competition?
But that could have happened in any situation, though.
No,
it wasn't as if
it could have happened, but it happened then. It didn't happen anywhere else. So don't give me that hypothetical. It happened in the horrendous.
No, let me ask you a question though. The thing is, it was an injury that wasn't caused by anyone. So it wasn't as if it was caused by a certain person.
Listen, he played too many games, mate. That to me, that looked like a stress fracture to me.
No, I think it was honestly an impact injury that he either got caught bit underneath the ball or whatever, or underneath the grass.
No,
and it's almost kind of twisted.
Listen,
he's caught underneath the grass.
It can be a stretch fracture, Saeed. It can be a stretch fracture.
Yeah, stretch fracture. So end of the day, that could have happened anywhere at any moment. But like I said to you, it's a devastating blow. You know what I mean, and whatnot.
I'm devastated. How devastated I am. I don't think people understand how devastated I am. I walk into that stadium. I walk in there, and I always think it's going to be all right. Martinez is on the pitch. I don't have that anymore. It's like a comfort blanket. He's my comfort blanket in that stadium, Saeed. That's what Lisandro Martinez was. That's who he was.
He's mine as well. Yeah. He's
mine as well. You don't need to wear an armband to be the leader. When you go in that stadium, you know he's the leader. You know he's the leader.
Yeah. But like I said, man, I'm devastated as well. But listen, this is a European trophy on the line. If we win this, we're in the semi-finals. Then we go and get the FA Cup as well. The FA Cup. Which one is a more tougher game? The FA Cup game or Sevilla game?
Do you think I'm ever going to lose a sweat over getting beat by Seville? Do you think I'm going to lose a day? I'm gonna go and get some food, mate.
So you want to put all your eggs in one basket in terms of
mate. Are you kidding me? But Saeed, I think we're out. Wembley pitch, big pitch, dry. I think we're out. Brighton, Saeed, I've watched him for the past 7-8 games. I let people know. I'm like, he's the manager of the season, mate. And before people come at me and go, Graham Potter, Harry Potter played good football. Not like this, mate. Not like this, mate. I've been telling anybody about Brighton. What this Sebri's done is unbelievable. The football is unbelievable. It don't matter who's on the pitch. It don't matter who's on the bench. It don't matter who comes on. Everybody knows their role. And you know what, Saeed? That's time in the training ground. Other than dilly-dallying with a silly effing cup, that's the Europa League. And time that Ten Hag could have used to make, to me, the best passing team in the league is what? They don't pass for like Man City for passing sake. They pass with intention to get into the last third, and they overload you on the left, on the right, in the center, everywhere, mate. There's overloads.
No, but the thing is,
When I watch Brighton, I think,
easier.
when I watch Brighton, I think they've got 15, 16 players on the pitch. Why do I feel like that every time I watch them? People tell me, Graham Potter, shut your mouth, mate.
No, but Graham Potter was also a good manager for Brighton. No, but hold on a minute. You've been a bit dishonest about Graham. He was also a good manager. He was also playing good football. Remember when he came Old Trafford and dominated us? Remember last season? When you were lauding him, you were saying Graham Potter. No, did hold on a minute.
Yeah.
You were saying Graham Potter was playing unbelievable football when he came to Brighton, when he came to our trap. So you can't really say that it's all undeserving. You can't really say that, though.
Listen, let me say this. You go and look at Graham Potter's time at Brighton. Loads of wins, loads of nil-nils, loads of losses, right? Did he play football? Yes. The odd game here and there, especially against the big teams, Boston, yes.
Yeah.
Saeed is next level of intensity of winning the ball back tactically. It's like they've got all the cheat modes. I swear to God, it's like they've got all the cheat modes. Listen, Saeed, Graham Potter's team played good football, but they were beatable.
Yeah.
This team are not beatable, Saeed. They got too many weapons. And Graham Potter, when he had injuries, he couldn't get people off the bench. Now, everybody comes off the bench. It's like there's no difference. Why, Saeed?
Their recruitment
because of the coaching, Saeed. Good recruitment.
But also their recruitment team as well. Their recruitment team is unbelievable. Identifying talent.
Yeah, no, you can get all the recruitment you want. If you haven't got a good coach like the Sebri, who literally instills, to me, manager of the season, what he's doing with little old Brighton is unbelievable.
Unai Emery as well could be manager of the season as well. Unai Emery as well. Don't forget about Unai Emery.
Hold tight. Good evening. Listen. Good evening. He's doing a brilliant job. He's doing a brilliant job. And I look at our running. You think this week is a running? We play Spurs, then Villa, then Brighton again.
I don't want to think of NURADIN step by step, man. I don't have, my mental capacity is not going past this week. Let me get to Wembley, because I've got to go to Wembley, and obviously we've got to play this Seville. Let's just do everything step by step.
Villa,
all of that. That's too much for me, NURADIN.
All the things are predicted, Saeed, all the things are predicted, and it's all conspiring against me. It's conspiring against me. I hate the Europa League. The best player, I think, for Manchester United gets injured in the Europa League. All these other players get injured. And then we play Brighton.
If he got injured in the FA Cup, what would you have said in the FA Cup? If he got injured. Say if he got injured in the midweek of the FA Cup game that we had, would you have complained as well about the FA Cup?
Oh, of course, I would have complained. Listen, no. The FA Cup for me is the greatest cup competition in world football.
No, I'm applying the same principle, though. I'm applying the same principle.
I know what you're trying to do. I know you're trying to trigger me.
I know why you've got an agenda in Europa League. We played midweek in the FA Cup. Yes or no? Have we played midweek in the FA Cup this season? Have we played a lot of midweek cups in the FA Cup this season? We have, We've had a few FA Cup games in the midweek this season. You know that?
Listen, I say it and I say it simple.
I'm asking you a question, a fair question, right?
No, yes. Have we played? Yes. Have we played because it's been a congested season because of the World Cup and the amount of games we've got to play? But I'm sorry, Saeed, you cannot tell me the FA Cup same in the Europa League. The Europa League is trash. It's a horrendous competition. Every time I have to watch it or see it, you know what I think about? Glazer ownership. It is nothing typifies that Manchester United in the past decade and a half than the shitty Europa League. So do not try to compare shitty Europa League to the FA Cup.
You missed my point. You missed my point. No, you missed my point.
I'm not missing the point.
You're focusing. Hold on a minute.
I don't want to hear it.
But you're focusing on the injury too much. You say it's happened because of the Europa League. We've had midweek fixtures anyway. You know what I mean? So end of the day, it's not about.
I said, it's like the universe, the football universe is against me because I hate that competition and my best player gets injured in that shitty competition. That's what I'm saying to you, right?
Yeah.
So
that's why you're frustrated.
Whether we're out or not, I'm not asked. I wish they would knocked us out. I wish it was a one-time thing and they would have knocked us out, get the hell out of there so we could focus on the FA Cup. But then I look at it now.
Focus on the FA Cup. Bloody hell, mate.
I've looked forward to this game so long.
This was more of an easier game than Brighton. You know that? This is more easier to win than Brighton. Brighton's a tougher game than this. I'm not saying throw that out of the way, but surely you win this game, it gives you confidence to win against Brighton. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think we're beating Brighton. I've not got the confidence right now at the minute. Because I look at their football, I look at the way they play football. I think it's going to be a tough ask. Whether our experience will tell, it could happen similar to Newcastle, where they came with all the hype and they came with all the energy, and then United sucker punch 2 goals, this and that. You know what I mean? So it is understandable. But like I said to you, man, Ten Hag, we're gonna see what he does this week, because obviously there's no Bruno Fernandes.
We know what he's going to do. We know what he's going to do. Saeed, breaking news: we've got 9 players out.
No. I think Sabitzer should be back. I think precaution Sabitzer. Bruno Fernandes is out. Luke Shaw, I don't know. He might be coming back. Rashford should come back for Sevilla. Who else is out there? Maguire, Lindelof should play. So really and truly, what we've got out is Martinez, Varane, and Bruno Fernandes. Sorry? Garnacho. Garnacho, by the way, did you see him? He's training with boots today.
Yeah, Malacia.
Yeah, he had a bit of a knock as well. Yeah, he had a bit of a knock. But Garnacho is back in his boots. I think there was a picture today of Garnacho in his boots.
He's not even touched the grass.
It does mean something, because remember when Eriksen had his boots on, and you said he was out for the season, and I said to you he wasn't. He'll be back soon. So here he is, back with his boots. So hopefully he gets to train. Eriksen did the same thing, and he was back as well. So that's very, very positive news, because we're gonna need him, man. We're gonna need him, bro. We need everyone. We need everyone back. Big up to Safe says last few games to knock us out of Europa are Spanish. Bro, what is it with Spanish teams, man? We are still not beating Sevilla, What is it with these Spanish teams, man? We just always somehow fumble every single time, man.
Yeah, the way that is gone, just like we've played in a Spanish Cup, mate. We're a Spanish team.
Yeah, Copa del Rey.
Copa del Rey. I swear to God, if they renamed it the Copa del Rey, I might be relaxed about it. United get to play in the Spanish Cup. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. But Europa League, I just hate it, Saeed. So don't trigger me about Europa League. I'm not asked what it is. I'm praying players come through and they don't get injured. And I'm telling you now, I'm not just saying it. Manchester United are a big underdogs against Brighton at Wembley. I don't care what anybody says. Even with all the players fit. So even with all the players fit, it would still be a tough ask. But with Martinez and Varane, I might be confident that we might do a 1-0 Rashford. You know what I mean? If everybody was fit, we might just do it. You know what I mean? With Varane Martinez.
There was a question. There was a question about Varane. In terms of long term, should he be the main centre back?
I said it. People were quick to come at me when I said this guy's injury prone. Who's been proven right? Again, another thing I'm vindicated about. I told you, guy in his early 40s.
To be fair, everyone's talked about his injury record.
No,
injury record.
People are like, anyway. He's Rolls Royce. Yeah, he's Rolls Royce when he's fit, mate. When he's not fit, he's not there, mate. He's not there. And that's why I can't even get myself anything excited about Martial, because I know that Muppet will get injured again, touch wood.
Oh my God.
So that's why I can't even get excited or got in the hype train, because I know that guy is sick note as well. It's just too many Muppets who are sick note in my football club.
But again, like I said, it's not down to them, though.
You know what? I got vindicated again. I'm sorry to tell you all. I said we don't have the strength or depth to be playing all these games, and players will get injured. And guess what? What players are getting? Lots of muscular injuries. And groin injuries. What is that? Because you play too many games.
But you know what it is, though? There's a fine line, between too many games and what this football club is all about. This football club is about winning trophies. This football club is about
Mickey Mouse trophies. Yeah, is that what we are? Mickey Mouse.
But again, it's again, like I said to you, it's a process, isn't it? Like where you want to be. Look what Arsenal are fighting for the league.
Mouse,
they were doing 3 years of this step by step, and now they could win the league. This Man United team is in a gradual process. Ten Hag has come into this as a mentality. Said, you know what? To get these players having the right mentality, because you've called them bottle jobs, right? So
they are
they are bottle jobs. But in order to kind of make sure that they're strong mentally, you've got to win trophies. Performances here and there don't do enough. But this football club, the why it's been bottle job mentality is because we've not been winning trophies or been winning a shout of winning trophies. So he said, you know what? Every game is a must-win game. Every game, you go into that game knowing that you're winning that game, and you know you have that mindset That's why, for me, I respect Ten Hag that he's gone for every single trophy. I'm not going to come on up in here and say, you know what, that trophy, I don't think we're ready for that one yet. I don't think this trophy, we need to win that one. These lot have not won a trophy in how many years, NURADIN? That's why I'm saying to you that you shouldn't look down at any trophy. These lot have not won anything. So when you call them bottle jobs, this is the reason why. Because they don't look at every trophy as something to play for. That's why he's changed the mentality of the squad.
Right, have you finished? Right, let me just reply to you.
It's true to what I said, though, right?
Listen,
it's true, though.
Let me finish. If I had any faith in these players, I don't. I think they're not good enough.
How do you make sure you have faith in them?
Please, Saeed, let me finish. Ralph Ranick was right. I don't care. To me, them winning Mickey Mouse trophies or not, they're still bottle jobs. They still are.
But that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Please,
that don't make sense.
Let me
stop you at your point. How does that make sense?
Just let me finish the point, please. Do I believe these ball job players are going to take Man United to a league challenge or a Champions League run? No. So why am I wasting time with ball job muppets winning Mickey Mouse trophies? And let me.
How do you get to win the title? How did Guardiola get to win the title? How did Guardiola get to win the title?
Chelsea collapse. Nobody saw Liverpool collapse, right? Nobody saw Chelsea collapse or Liverpool collapse. So to me, I'm telling you, the majority of Manchester United fans would have said, you know what? Focus on winning the FA Cup. Focus on finishing highest we can this season in the table and putting a leveler up there. Sorry, putting a amount of points up there and try to stay close to City and Arsenal would have been more satisfying season for me.
How do you build mentality? How do you build mentality?
And winning
How do you build mentality, NURADIN? How do you build mentality? Explain to me how you build mentality.
By not conceding effing 29 goals away.
Hold on a minute. Let me ask you a question.
That's why you
pinnacle of a player's career.
Not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish. You've asked the question. Let me answer.
What's the pinnacle of a player's career?
You've asked the question.
What is the pinnacle?
You've asked the question. Let me finish. You've asked the question. You've asked the question. I say it, Saeed. I say it simple, right? Man United tried to get a high point tally, making sure that they got an amazing home record and their away record is amazing as well. Staying up in the coattails of Arsenal and City. That would have been a season, them playing in a Mickey Mouse Cup in Europe and then winning a Mickey Mouse trophy.
You still haven't created a mentality, though. You've created a losing mentality.
That would create a mentality.
You've created a losing mentality. Rather than winning the trophies, you create a better mentality. What's the aim of elite sport? What's the aim of elite sport? Is to win trophies. What you're saying
Mickey
is
Mouse trophies.
No, but hold on a minute. Again.
Is that where you are?
So I can say where you finish is Mickey Mouse, second and third.
No, it's not.
Who remembers that?
Yeah, the point.
Who remembers that?
Board. Saeed, let me say something to you now. You know, in the league, you know what they say about league, yeah? You know what they say about league, where you finish. That's why, listen up, people. Listen up, people. That's what they always say. The league table don't lie. Because it's 38 games a season. Yeah? Am I wrong or right? 30 games. And it's about how consistent you've been throughout the season. So if Manchester United, for me, because nobody saw the collapse of Chelsea, nobody saw the collapse of Liverpool. So when you see that opportunity, if you ask, I'm not gonna lie to you, if you ask majority of Manchester United fans, right? If you ask them, for me, the what differentiates the bottle jobs is the consistency over 38 games. What point tally have you finished with? It's your home record been amazing. The home record has been amazing. We've not been beaten for 25 games, right? Away record is disgusting and disturbing against the top 8. We've top 9 teams. We've conceded 29 goals. So
okay, let me give you a scenario.
This is to me. Now let me finish. To me, would I rather have a Mickey Mouse trophy and being involved in another Mickey Mouse Europa League, or finishing really well in the league, because that shows me this team mentality is getting better or it's being consistent with over 38 games and having a finishing closer to City and Arsenal. That would tell me a lot more.
Let me ask you a question then.
You know what,
how do you expect?
I support Man United. I support Man United that goes for fucking big trophies. Going for the league title and the Champions League.
I support them as well.
That's what I'm talking about. You're standing about league cup and Europa League.
For how many years? What have Tottenham done how many years? You're explaining to me Tottenham Hotspur right now. You're
I
explaining
don't care
to me.
about Tottenham. I don't care about Tottenham.
Hold on a minute.
I
Hold on a
don't
minute.
care about
Tottenham
Tottenham.
Hotspur. No, yeah, you are explaining what Tottenham Hotspur are, where every year they try to finish higher and higher and higher and higher. But what have they got to show for it? Nothing. 5 years. Let me give you an example. In 5 years, yeah, I'm going to give you opportunity, NURADIN, yeah. In 5 years, yeah, Manchester United can finish second for 5 years. But Manchester United can finish third and win Europa League, Carabao Cup, all these little trophies that are not maybe the major honours. Which one are you taking?
Say that again.
So, Manchester United finished second with low trophies. No, you cut out. I'm calm.
No.
Manchester United finished second with no trophies. Yeah? No trophies, no, did
Say
yeah?
that again.
So Manchester United finished second with no trophies for 4 or 5 years.
Second.
Without no trophies for 4 or 5 years. Or
Okay,
Manchester
what
United
trophies are we
finished
talking
third.
about? No. Okay, what trophies are we talking about?
So say now it's the Carabao Cup and the Europa League for the next couple of years, but Man United finished third. Which one are you taking? You're finishing second
So
every
what
year.
trophies?
Without no trophies.
So what trophies? But what trophies we're talking about, Saeed?
So I'm just saying the Carabao Cup and the Europa League, just an example.
Yeah.
But United finished third every year. So you're taking second without no trophy.
No, listen to me. Let me finish.
No, I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example that you said finishing higher every year, but without no trophies. You take that. That's what you're saying right now. No. You just said it right now.
No, listen, let me make the point. I'd rather win FA Cup and finish highest we can every season than be in the Europa League and winning the League Cup, mate. All day, every day. They're Mickey Mouse trophies. Manchester United fans, get this into your heads. Nobody ever goes on an effing parade with a League Cup and a Europa League. Never.
Never. Nobody's said parade. Nobody's said parade, by the way. Nobody said parade.
No, mate.
But what you
no, mate.
No, but
FA Cup all day, every day. FA Cup, treble. You know, in a treble, there's no Europa League and there's no League Cup in a treble. Right? There isn't. To me, I've explained to you. It's simple. Liverpool collapsed.
Every trophy is important.
Collapsed. Manchester United could build on next season by finishing really strong and having a fantastic Premier League season. By staying with staying with the two teams on top. Maybe even threatening the second. We could have done that. Instead, guess what we did? Go in a shitty Europa League, right? Shitty Europa League. Because nothing ever typifies Glazer ownership. I swear to God, if any of you guys love the Europa League, you might as well be Glazers in. I swear to God. If you want Europa League, you might as well be Glazers in. Because there is no trophy typifies Glazer ownership.
That is a disgrace. You are a disgrace, NURADIN. You are a disgrace. For fans to want to win a trophy and to get into the Champions League, you're saying that we're Glazers in. How does that make sense? How on earth? You are a disgrace, NURADIN. What you have said there, take it back now. Take it back right now. While the people are here, take it back. Fans wanted to win trophies. Hold on a minute. Fans wanted to win trophies. Whereas you would say, I'd rather not win anything at all. That is a disgrace.
Listen, I've told you already.
Let me get these super chats.
I've told you already.
Let me get these super chats. Niloy says here, just saw the twat that Glazers can get investment that can get them 10 billion so that they can stay. It's time for you guys to protest massive against those leeches. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Big up to Niloy for the super chat. Big up to Saif says, if we make Europa League, do you care of the result? Europa League final, do you care of the result? Well, if you ask NURADIN, he said he'd rather lose the final. Even in the final, NURADIN, would you rather lose that final as well?
I'm not asked. Saeed, listen, I just want to explain something to the viewers here. You know me.
Sorry, tweet. Sorry, it's tweet, not twat. Sorry. Yeah.
Let me just finish. Right. I have never felt like I'm devastated over a Europa League game or over a League Cup game. In my life, it's not in my vocabulary. Man United that I know, the football club that I love and support, were never asked about UEFA Cup. We were in a Cup Winners' Cup, Saeed, and that was Fergie's journey of Man United becoming what? To me, you know what supports my argument? Jose won a Europa League. and a League Cup. Where did that get us? Where did that get us? Zilch, nowhere. So I am not asked about this. I'm about Premier Leagues, FA Cups, and Champions Leagues. That's what I'm about. So for me, it's simple. I have never been felt upset. I've never even felt nervous, Saeed. I have never watched the Europa League game and felt nervous. I have never watched the League Cup game and felt nervous. FA Cup, I look at my nails at the end of the game, all gone. Champions League, Premier League, you can see it. So for me, I'm not asked. To me, the biggest thing is this. Liverpool are not going to collapse next season. Chelsea are not going to collapse next season. What I would have wanted this season is to sack off Europa League and play the kids and could have got out and mounted a...
There's no guarantee if you do that, then you win the FA Cup. You know that, NURADIN.
No,
Can I just say,
no, I'm not talking about being guaranteed. No, you're putting words in my mouth. I'm not talking about...
I'm just letting you know. There's no guarantee that United win the FA Cup. Just because he said, hold on a minute, we're going out the Europa League and the Carabao Cup. There's no guarantee.
The point that I'm making, and I'm going to make it as well, I'm going to be allowed to make it, is that if we would have got out the Europa League early doors, I think Man United could have had the time, the time in the training ground with Eric Ten Hag, and still been involved in the League Cup and the FA Cup, and would have at least done a really...
We won the FA Cup. We won the League Cup. We won the League Cup.
No, listen to me. Of doing it, of literally finishing highest they can in the league. That's, to me, would have been. Because I've seen the collapse of Chelsea and Liverpool. That ain't going to happen next season. And what Spurs do. So for me, that would have satisfied me, and that would have told me more about this squad than anybody else. Because what you would have told me is that they're consistent over 38 games, not in a
Chelsea
era that playing farmers from every country, Cyprus, whatever the country.
When did Liverpool go out the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup? They went out, didn't they? Have their season improved?
Listen, Liverpool have had a meltdown. They've had a meltdown from the beginning.
I'm asking you a question, though. I'm just proving your own point. The season hasn't improved, have they? Chelsea, they've got the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Has their season improved? Yes or no?
Thank you. I don't.
I'm asking you a question, though.
No,
that is a fair point. You're saying that with the better football and whatnot. It's not. They've not even improved. They're not improved.
Saeed, you got me talking about. I don't care about Liverpool. I don't care about any other team.
Yeah, but you just said make them example.
I don't give a damn about anybody else. I'm talking about Manchester United. Manchester United, I've just already told you. Chelsea have collapsed this season. Liverpool have collapsed this season. So stop telling me.
What reason for? The thing is, you're saying that if we have one game a week, we won't have
no.
More training, more time to prepare.
Listen to me. For the congestion, it still would have been tough because of the amount of games we had to get in before the World Cup and after the World Cup, right? We still have to play maybe 2 games a week. But other than instead of playing 3 games a week, I would have sacked up the Europa League. And Saeed, I swear on my mother's grave, if we polled majority of your Manchester United fans, if you would finish higher in the league with a high point tally than being a shitty Europa League, the majority of fans will bite your hand off with what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I think maybe.
Do it now. Okay, do it now. Do a quick poll.
Okay, I'll put the poll up. I'll put the poll up now. Put the poll up. And let me just get these super chats as well.
Be honest with yourself, people.
Yep. So,
Man United in the title challenge or Europa League? What do you want?
No. Hold on a minute. You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
No.
You didn't say that.
Well, listen.
Changed everything.
What did I say?
You're changing your argument now. You said second. You said second. You said second or third. Look at this. Of course. What's the point of doing the poll? What's the point of doing the poll?
Okay. Listen. What I've said.
What you just said.
No, I haven't changed. What I said was, you know what? Rewind the video back because you were not letting me speak. Because that's why you can't hear it. You need to clear the wax out of your ears. You can't hear me, right? You can't hear what I was saying. I said Manchester United getting a high point tally and staying close up. Saeed.
Okay. Third then.
No, Saeed. No. Saeed, can I just say something, please? Just because you're in a title challenge, that don't mean that you're going to win the league. You know that. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
You know that, don't you? People think, modern football fans think, title challenge, that means you're going to win the league. No, he isn't.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. So you're saying to finish close
highest
to the
point
title.
tally higher point
Okay.
tally, right?
Okay. Say it now. Let's talk about this season. Yeah, let's talk about this season. So Man City and Arsenal are being neck and neck in it. So we're third in it. Let's finish as high as possible in third. Okay, is that fair?
And Saeed, listen, listen, right? At one point where we're not 5 points off the top.
Okay, I'll give you that point, but we're still third. Okay, so that's where we are. We're not gonna go overtake Man City. So let's say we're third. Yeah,
we don't know what could have happened. We don't know what could have happened.
No, you have to give me an argument. Give me a baseline, man, so I can put it on the poll. I need to have a baseline.
Saeed, the baseline is third. No. The baseline is this: Manchester United finishing highest possible point. No, highest they possible in the Premier League.
This season is third. This season will be third, right? Because the Arsenal, Man City is first and second. We're not going to catch Man City and Arsenal. Let's be reasonable, man.
Well, yes, the Europa League. You know what? The Europa League said we're not going to catch them in it because of the Europa League games, mate. Thursday, Sunday, flying everywhere. Everybody understands what I'm talking about.
Guys, I'm not even going to do the poll, man. I need to read the super chats.
Listen, Jarvis Cocker, I'll give you the base. Jarvis Cocker, I'll just give you the base there.
Okay. Let's get the super chats. Owinski says, NURADIN, we are where we are. We have to win the trophies at this level as we progress. You change behavior and create a winning mentality. We have to win. That's my point.
Well, you know what? You know what, guys? I promise you. You know what? You know what changes the mentality? The mentality changes when you're being consistent and you've got a really good point tally over the season for 38 games. That says more to me than a Mickey Mouse trophy, man. Simple.
Yeah. Okay. Luciano, big up to you, man. Luciano, I get NURADIN's points. Man United should not be focusing on winning the Europa League. But for a big club like us, that is not the standards. Thank you. Okay, can I respond to that? But you have to have context. Man United are where they are this season. In the long run, of course, Europa League is not Man United standards. But for now, it is right now. Right now, Man United are in the Europa League for a reason. Because it just means that we're not good enough to win the Champions League. And that's all it is. This is now. And later on, I don't want to be in the Europa League. Of course not. Saifullah says, we are in the Europa League due to previous managers. So what Eric Ten Hag's meant to do, just not give up and go out in the group stage. Exactly. Yeah, he has to show a precedent. And that's where you differ. You know what I mean? If you had that conversation with him,
I would have been like, you know what I would have been like? You know what, boys? We're going to see how consistent we can be in the league. Instead of playing Thursday, Sunday, I want to see you in the... That's what I say. And that's why with that mentality, you got 9 players injured, mate. 9 players injured.
Yeah. Saifullah, again, big up to you, my guy. Says, finishing top 4 and win the Europa League is the same thing. Surely a trophy is better. And that is the point.
FA Cup is better. FA Cup is better.
No, forget the FA Cup, though.
No, we're not forgetting the FA Cup.
I'm talking about this point here. What he's trying to say is true. You know what I mean? Winning the trophy is better. You know what I mean? It is. It's something that you can say to yourself, history, Man United won the Europa League that season. It's a trophy. Especially for people like Garnacho, people like Zidane Iqbal, who have never seen a trophy. It will give them the boost to say, you know what? I want to win more now. It's the starting, building block. So for me, this is where I think, we kind of differ in opinion, man. There's over 500 in here. Make sure you guys are liking the video, man. This has been a crazy podcast. Make sure you like the video. There's over 500 in here. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to NURADIN's channel. Cosmic Lens has put NURADIN in a straight jacket. He's moving mad. You need a straight jacket today. You definitely need a straight jacket today. You still haven't given me an answer as to where United will finish this season. Where do you think Man United will finish the season, by the way?
Saeed, we're involved in that shit to Europa League, so I don't know. I've explained to you. I've rattled against this every time. Because we play...
NURADIN. Okay. Forget the Europa League, yeah? Forget the Europa League, please.
No, I can't forget it. Well, I hope, Saeed, I hope you're right. I hope come Thursday night, Man United out and I can go, breathe. I can breathe.
No, but I'm just saying, are you not... By the way, big up to HKs, rather win the Europa League than finish 2nd, 3rd, or 4th.
Well, that's you guys. That's you. I have a different opinion.
No, but okay. I'm gonna say Man United finishes 3rd this season. Do you agree?
Nah, still iffy, mate. Still iffy. Soon as we play, it's still iffy for me. Everybody's talking about like top 4 is secure. No, it's not. It's 3 points, mate. It's nothing is secure. We've got to
To be
play
fair, though,
Tottenham.
it depends
We've
on
got to play
Newcastle.
Villa. We've got to play Brighton.
Tottenham. Yeah. So you
We've got
think
to
it's
play
still
Villa. We've got to play. Listen, in the next 3 league games, we've got to play Spurs, Villa, Brighton. I can't see it, mate. To me, jury's out. Jury's still out. Now, I'm not funny. I'm just passionate, bro. That's how it is. But you can laugh.
passion.
You can laugh at my expense. No problem.
Yeah. Big up HK says finishing top 4 is why we had Ollie in charge for so long. There you go, man.
That's
You know
not
what I mean?
about top 4 for me. It's not about. I don't think any of you guys are understanding what I was trying to say. I was trying to say to go for consistency in the league, solidify the home record, solidify the away record, and be done with Europa League. That's what I would have wanted. Because
hopefully after this season, we should never be in the Europa League ever. Hopefully after this season, United can actually be like, you know what? We're a serious club now.
No. Don't run away from it, people. You love the Europa League. You love Europe. You love winning that trophy.
But that's what I'm saying to you. You don't understand my
no,
I don't want to be here forever.
Don't change it.
I don't want to be here forever. I've explained already.
No, listen. Most of you who love Europa League, stay with Europa League. That's your standard now. That's your standard.
What do you mean it's standard?
That's
It's not the standard.
Now.
It's
That's
context. It's
now.
where Man United are right now. Where Man United are right now, we're in this Europa League.
You're begging for Europa League.
Like where we're in the Carabao Cup. Do you just say to yourself, you know what, Carabao Cup, just put it out.
That man. Yeah.
I'm just saying to you, like when you go to that competition, you go in there to win it. It's as simple as that. You don't have the mindset to get out of it. That's your feeling. But a manager is never going to ever throw away a competition. Not that a manager that has a winning mentality. I would never want my manager.
I've heard where he cycles. If I bump into Eric Ten Hag, he is in trouble. He's in trouble, people. I'm telling you.
The police, are you watching this? The police, are you watching this? Greater Manchester Police. Make sure you have a restraining order for NURADIN in the Hale area. Please get a restraining order for NURADIN.
Say snitching on money, live on air.
Restraining order, mate. Don't go anywhere near. Don't go. Honestly, man. Big up to Safe. Safe says, winning second, you are first loser in the league. Whereas we are winning the Europa League, you are a winner. But NURADIN point valid, but not in current circumstances. Exactly. Not in the current circumstances are you valid. It's as simple as that, man. HKN says here, big up to you. He goes, the more games United play, the more Ten Hag can drill his tactics. Think it's good for year one. Then we can build on it. No need to be in the Champions League to get battered. The thing is, for me, it's about build on it. You're right, bro. Every year you build on it. Every year you get better and better and better. You know, Guardiola, he uses the Carabao Cup as a springboard for the trophies. He says, you know what? You win that trophy, you then win the next trophy. You then win the next trophy. He uses it as a tool to kind of get better every time. That's what he does. He uses it as a tool. So you know what? We're going to go far in every competition. That's what he says. So that's why I don't look down on my.
I'm not going to lie to you now. Pep Guardiola is not thinking, oh, I'm not winning a League Cup. He's thinking about, I'm not winning a league title, or I'm not winning the Champions League. He's not.
How do you know? Are you with him? Are you with Guardiola? Are you with Guardiola? How do you say that? How do you say that? Are you with Guardiola? So why is he won it 4 out of 5 times then? Why has he won it 4 out of 5 times?
Saeed, come on now. Give it a rest. Stop doing
I'm asking a question though. Why has he won it 4 years in a row? Why is he winning it 4 years in a row? You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
I'm asking a question though.
You know what?
Okay.
Let me say this. Saeed TV is looking for a sponsor from Carabao Company. That's what that looks like.
That's one question though. Okay. Explain to me.
I'll say this to you now.
Last question and we're done. Why has Guardiola won it 4 years in a row before Man United?
I don't care, Saeed. I don't care.
Again, that's not a question.
I'm not asked.
So why has he won it 4 years in a row then? Why has he won it 4 years in a row?
I know that if they get knocked out, he's not going to be thinking, oh, we got knocked out.
But he's not been knocked out. So that's why he's not bothered.
You know what?
But anyway, listen. I've explained people. NURADIN's not having it.
Would you rather United win the Europa League or go out in a group? Oh, yeah. Listen. if you know me, if you follow what I've been saying, actually, I said no Europe because I want the manager to get time on the training ground. I said we're not good enough. And I said, listen, let me finish. I said, what's the point of going to the Champions League to drop into the Europa League? So I said I'd rather have no European football for a whole season so the manager can drill the team and then to go into winning proper challenge. That's what I've always said. So Europa League, save it to me.
See,
but today,
listen,
Straightjacket Army, you've shown me today that you're all Europa League lovers. You're all Europa League.
No, we're trophy lovers. That's another point. God. We're trophy lovers.
Honestly,
no, hold on a minute. We are trophy lovers.
Let me
Everyone
just say,
get your trophy emojis in the chat, people. Everyone spam the chat with trophy.
I wish and pray that Manchester United are not like the fans in this chat today. That Manchester United to be competing for league titles and Champions League and FA Cups, than to be competing with Minnie Mouse Cups. I pray. Because I promise you now, guys, we ain't making it out of the hood. If you're all worshipping Europa League, we ain't making it out of the hood. We're not making it out of the hood.
Trophies, man. That's what we're here. And you know what, yeah? Let me end on this one. Don't be, when we win these trophies, yeah, I don't want to see you nowhere near.
I don't care.
Honestly, I don't want to see you happy winning this. Honestly, I genuinely don't want to see you. When we're winning, when we're enjoying ourselves winning the Europa League, I don't want to see you nowhere near us because you have looked down upon us. You have looked down upon us.
You know what, Saeed? I'm not gonna lie to you. If you guys are gonna celebrate your Europa League win, my heart's gonna break for you. I'm gonna cringe for you lot.
I'm just saying.
Saeed, I've never celebrated a Europa League win. And I've never celebrated a League Cup win. Never in my life. Liverpool beat us, yeah? I want to tell people, I think it was in the 2000s, the early 2000s. Liverpool beat Man United.
I think it was.
Yeah. Wembley, Michael Owen, last-minute winner, I think it was. You know what? I went, got myself some lamb and rice, had a nice, good weekend, night out on the town, raving as usual. Nothing touched me. And you know what? No Liverpool fan in my family or my friends ever said, We've beat you in the League Cup, because it'll be shameful for any United fan to be going out celebrating a Europa League. It's shameful. It shows you the standard. The standards.
Well, listen, the standard is about winning trophies. Guys, there's 214 likes. Let's get that up to 300 at least, people. Big up to everybody. Lil Tim says, if you finish in the Conference League, would you win? Listen, hopefully, if we're in there, then why not? I would want to win that as well. But listen, let's move on. Let's trigger him more. Guys, please, let's get to 300 likes.
Did I just hear you just say you want to win the Conference Cup? Did you just say that?
Listen, if we're in it, just win it, man. Just win it. Just to trigger you, man. Just to trigger you. But listen, anyway, guys, please like the video. We're literally should be more likes, people, man. You know what I mean? The show we've given you today has been absolute box office again. NURADIN, make sure you tune into NURADIN, United Real Therapy. We're going to be going live after this. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. And NURADIN, any final words for the chat?
I'm 70 away from 7,000.
There you go, people. Make sure you go in there right now and you subscribe. I'm going to put the link in the chat. It's also in the description as well. Please go over there and subscribe to his channel. Big up the community. Any final words, NURADIN? Any final words in the chat?
Somebody asked me and said, have I ever celebrated the Bangkok Cup? Never. I've never celebrated the League Cup, a Europa League, or a Bangkok Cup in my life. FA Cup, Saeed, I go crazy. And can Manchester United get me a day in Wembley in a final? I wish and pray they can do that. I wish and pray.
Whoa.